Hey guys, so I'm gonna briefly, hopefully briefly, I know I'm not gonna cover everything that I wanna cover in this video, but we have those little circles and the chairs mark the edges of your tournament ring, okay? Whether it be kata, whether it be kumite, whether it be weapons, kata, weapons kumite, freestyle, anything like that. Your majority of the time at a tournament, you will have a ring or a mat that you will be on, okay? And usually there will be judges at each of the corners as well as up front for your head judge, okay? Behind your head judge is going to be, usually it's going to be a table with at least 2-3 other people. You got your score caller, your scorekeeper, person on the calculator making sure the scorekeeper is doing what they're supposed to do something. At least 3, 4, sometimes more than that behind the head judge. So proper etiquette, proper things that you should be doing. I'll do kind of the do's and don'ts. I look really orange in this video. As for the tournament stuff, period. Okay, majority of the stuff goes into your dojo etiquette as well. All right. If there are, well, I guess even if there's not, but especially if there's judges sitting at those chairs, you can't see it because my head's there. Do not get too close to them. Okay, some judges will be okay with it if you it's a tight spot and you gotta like walk behind them for something, briefly brush their shoulder. Some judges are not. Judges are there, they are in the zone, they're working, they're watching somebody do their kata or whatever per se the person's doing on the mat. So they've all got their bubble, okay? Show respect, try not to get too close to them unless you have to. If you have to, they're not going to be moving the chair for you. I can almost guarantee it. They're not going to be scooting up or back, sideways. No, you have to accommodate what you're doing around them. They're not going to do that for you. Okay. If you accidentally brush up against them, say you're sorry. Be apologetic about it. Don't make a big deal because if he or she is still in the zone, watching the kata, just say sorry. He or she will hear it. Okay, don't make it super loud because you're going to distract them. Just don't do that. You already distract them enough when you brushed up against them. Okay, if you are sitting on the ground, again, majority of these just count for the Shizuku tournament. We want you sitting crisscross or crisscross applesauce. Okay, your spoons are not in the bowl. Your spoons are on your thighs. Okay, or you can set seiza. Well, you are here and down. Okay? Your hands are on your thighs. Same with if you're doing this. Okay? Do not sit like this. Please don't sit anything like this. Oh, there's some kind of weird stuff. Don't sit like someone's trying to take your picture. Okay? 2 options. This way. Your hands should be about on your thighs. Your knees are acceptable. Or seizan. Right there. Okay. You can switch in between. If you get tired of sitting one way, you can switch to the other one perfectly fine. Do not lay down on the floor. Don't do anything like that. If you are standing, if they have you stand, try to be in shizentai. If you are up next or close to being next for kumite or kata or whatever you're doing at the tournament, you can be stretching. If you have room, stretch. Maybe kind of throw some jabs, something like that. Knees up. Get a little warmed up for your kumite or kata, okay? Do not sit in the back and start talking to somebody. Don't do that. Some of the judges, especially me, if you're in the category of the group that I'm judging, I'm watching you from the moment you come over to me, because I'll probably be sitting in one of those chairs. The moment you guys come over and you sit or you stand in the back, I'm watching you. If you're back there talking, goofing off, picking your nose, wet willing somebody, something like that, no, that's going to count against your score. You're already up. You're already at the tournament. You should be on your best behavior. All right, that's going to affect the score, especially with me. Okay, so keep that in mind. Something else at the tournament. Let's see. Bowing. When you are doing kumite stuff, obviously the head judge will have you guys bow to each other. Bow, you say us. You guys respect each other. It's a tournament. I wouldn't really say it's a game, but it's a sport. Tournament would be the sport side of karate. Okay, so you gotta show good sportsmanship with that. Katas, make sure you bow to the next person that's up after you. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It just depends on where you're at, pretty much. But more bowing, the better. Even if they don't bow back because they don't see you or whatnot, more bowing better. All kinds of respect, all that good stuff. Okay. Bow when you enter the tournament itself, like the big gymnasium, church, group, room, whatever, wherever you're at. Bow every time you enter, bow every time you leave, just like you with the actual dojo. Every time you step onto a mat, for whatever reason that you are allowed to be on the mat, you'll be bowing when you get on, when you get off as well. Okay. If one of the judges or one of the higher ranking black belts, or I guess just in general, if a black belt comes up to you and talks to you about your kata, something you did right, something you did wrong, something they think personally that you can work on to fix it, whether you agree or disagree because they're not in the same discipline, same style as you, please just nod your head, say thank you for your advice. You guys bow to each other with all kinds of respect. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that for this video. I'll have another one on just sparring etiquette as well. All right. Thank you guys. Drop a comment below.